Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you my July journaling favorites. So first off, you can see here the little rain cloud with the raindrops. And the first thing I really enjoyed doing this month was tracking the weather on my journaling pages. And then here is the sun, and I really like doing that. I thought it just really helped because the weather, especially towards the beginning of the month, was kind of crazy. And then next is watercoloring my dates in. Normally I just use a stencil or a stamp, and this month I decided to try watercoloring it, and so I really enjoyed that. Here are dashes around the outside of the page, and I'll link in the description who inspired me to do this. I can't remember her name, I'm so sorry, but I'll put a link in the description. And then here I have wax paper. I sewed this wax paper bag, and then I just glued it in and put this picture of my dog inside. I really love the texture, and it's just really nice. Then I have another wax paper. I just cut a piece of wax paper the same size as my page and sewed it on, and so it flips up and my journaling is underneath. Here I made a little envelope. And then that one also flips up. Here we have again the title, the date, and then the dashing around the outside of the spread. Okay, so the paints I'm using are these Artist Loft paints. These are really good paints for this kind of journaling. I completely recommend them. They're only $5, so yeah. And right here, I was trying to get my yellow to come out of the tube, and it exploded because I haven't used yellow in a really long time. So the colors that I am using are crimson red, vermilion, and then I made a mix. Right here I'm mixing a mix of crimson red and violet. So I started off just adding a wash of vermilion to the base of my pages so that I would have a starting point. I've really enjoyed using these colors, even though they are kind of more of an autumnal kind of colors. I think that they just really made me think of like the warmth in right now. It's super hot where I live right now, and so yeah, that's just what it makes me think of, especially with that pink in there. Just makes me think of summertime. So here I'm adding crimson red. And I really like doing like on actually both of the corners, I kind of did the same thing where I drag the color up the side of the page. I really like doing that. And with doing this kind of painting, the best thing to do is just add layers. It just looks really nice when you're done, and you can see the effort that was put in when there's a lot of layers. So I really enjoy just letting it dry, letting it dry, and then coming back later to finish it. Here I added a little crimson by that purple in the corner on the left side. I just didn't really like the way that corner was looking, so I tried to add some crimson to help save it. And you can see here it looks entirely different this time around. So here I'm adding water to the center of the page, and then I'm going to splatter the 3 different colors around. I really like doing this because it helps blend it and make it look more like a complete piece of art instead of just random watercolor blobs. I don't know. And then I blotted where there was too much water. And then I let it dry, and I came back later and I used these paints, these watercolor paints. I'm not sure where you can get these because they were a gift, but I just used these ones because they were more opaque. So if you have any kind of more opaque paints, that would work great for this. I really like using actually the Crayola little palettes for headers. So there's that. So I just painted the date on nice and big and bold. Really pretty. I used red and pink. And then I was choosing what kind of pen I wanted to use to dash around the outside. I was going to use a colored one, but ultimately I decided to just use a gold gel pen. And I really like the way this turned out because you can see that it's there and it's nice, a nice touch, but it's not like too bright and not too in your face, which was really nice. And the gold, of course, is super pretty. I love gold. So then I'm picking out what wax paper bag I wanted to use. I wanted it to be a good size for adding my pictures, because I knew I would be adding a lot of pictures for this spread. So I'd selected this one with the floral watercolor background. And then I selected this heart washi tape and just washed it in. So I can add my pictures inside of the bag, and then I can flip it up and do journaling underneath as well. And then I use these little watercolor flowers I made. Again, I will link who inspired me to do this in the description. And I ultimately decided to use this little Indian paintbrush that I painted on some old book pages. And I just glued it in. And it looks really nice. It's really a cute little flower. I put it underneath because didn't want it to clash with the flower patterns on the scrapbooking paper. So now I found a piece of scrapbook for my little scrap plate, and I decided to make a tab because this is both the last page of July, of course, and then when I flip the page it'll be my intro to August page. So I decided to just add a little tab. Then I went around the outside of this with a gel pen. Of course, My Life Mitts inspired me to do that, who I'll link in the description. And then here I was trying to figure out a way to track the weather. Super sunny day, trying to make, to really capture how bright it was. And so I used this marker, this watercolor marker from Michael's, and the stencil from Walmart. And I didn't want to do it right on the page because I knew it wouldn't really be bright. So I did, made the little sun on this index card. And then I tried to fussy cut it out, which you can't see, sorry about that. But it did not work out very well, so I just scrapped that idea and tried again just by using the stencil on the index card again, and then using a washi tape roll to make a circle stencil around it and cutting it out. Again, this didn't work out. It did not look very good. Not the way I wanted to. And then I remembered I have this Recollections planner that has these wonderful little happy sun stickers in the back, so I just used one of those. I absolutely love the way the sun looks. He's so happy, and I love it. So that's the completed spread. I hope you enjoyed. What were your favorites for the month of July? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.